Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed colleagues, and honored members of the defense community, I am Heinrich Himmler, High Commander of the Black Sun, an elite intelligence and military unit dedicated to pioneering the boundaries of warfare and strategy. Today, I stand before you to unveil a groundbreaking initiative that heralds a new era of military prowess and technological supremacy, Project Schwartzenkrieger. In a world where the dynamics of warfare are perpetually evolving, necessitating increasingly sophisticated responses, we at the Black Sun have envisioned a future where the boundaries of human capability are not merely extended but transformed. Project Schwartzenkrieger is the embodiment of this vision. Through this initiative, we are not simply enhancing our military forces. We are resurrecting and re-engineering them. Reading an indomitable army of soldiers whose capabilities far exceed any previously imagined. Envision soldiers who can operate in the most severe environments, endure conditions that would be fatal to ordinary humans, and recover rapidly from injuries that would be considered life-ending. Imagine a battlefield where our troops, equipped with the latest in regenerative technologies, lead the charge, immune to the fears that afflict conventional forces. This is not a figment of imagination. This is the reality we are forging with Project Schwartzenkrieger. Under the banner of the Black Sun, we have convened the brightest minds in genetics, robotics, and bioengineering. Together, we have shattered the barriers between life and death, between mere human limitations and superhuman possibilities. Our resurrected soldiers stand as a testament to the power of human innovation and a symbol of our unrelenting determination to secure and dominate. As we embark on this audacious journey, let us not shrink from the ethical challenges that may arise. Rather, let us be propelled by the magnitude of our ambition, the strength of our conviction, and the justice of our cause. Project Schwartzenkrieger is not just a demonstration of what we can achieve. It is a proclamation of what we must achieve to ensure our ascendancy and survival. So, to all gathered here today, I extend an invitation. Join us in this bold venture. Support this monumental endeavor. Together, we will not simply adapt to the future. We will shape it. We will not merely meet our fate, we will craft it with our own hands. Let us advance with relentless courage and unwavering resolve. For strength, for honor, for victory. Phase 1. Advanced decellularization and recellularization. 1. Advanced collection and preparation. Automation and robotics. Employ automated systems and robotics to harvest and process skeletal remains efficiently, minimizing human error and optimizing consistency in the preservation of extracellular matrix. ECM, ultra-precision decellularization. Utilize high-precision fluid dynamic systems to deliver decellularization agents in a controlled manner, ensuring even exposure and optimal ECM preservation. 2. Enhanced decellularization techniques. Nanotechnology-enhanced agents. Develop and utilize nanotechnology. Enhanced decellularization agents that can more effectively penetrate tissue matrices, ensuring thorough removal of cellular materials while leaving the ECM structurally intact and biochemically active. Real-time monitoring. Integrate sensors and real-time monitoring systems to assess the efficiency of the decellularization process, adjusting parameters instantaneously to avoid ECM degradation or incomplete decellularization. 3. Superior recellularization processes, stem cell engineering. Leverage advanced genetic engineering techniques to enhance stem cells, equipping them with heightened survival, proliferation, and differentiation capabilities. These supercharged cells will be primed to respond robustly to engineered environments. Custom growth factor cocktails, synthesize tailored growth factor cocktails, using synthetic biology to precisely control cellular behavior. This includes promoting faster integration and specialized differentiation pathways that are custom designed for each tissue type. Microenvironment control. Utilize microfluidic devices within bioreactors to create highly controlled microenvironments that mimic natural developmental stages of tissues, enhancing the maturation and functionality of recellularized organs. 4. Integration of AI and machine learning. Predictive modeling. Implement AI-driven predictive models to optimize the growth factor delivery schedules and concentrations, adapting to the unique biofeedback from each batch of cells. AI-controlled bioreactors. Develop and use AI-controlled bioreactors that can dynamically adjust conditions based on real-time cellular responses, ensuring optimal growth conditions tailored to the specific requirements of different cell types. 5. Testing and quality control. Advanced imaging and analytics. Employ advanced imaging technologies like multiphoton microscopy to visualize and analyze the structure and function of decellularized and recellularized tissues at the cellular and molecular levels. Biomimetic testing. Utilize biomimetic devices and systems to test the mechanical and functional properties of tissues under conditions that mimic real-life stresses and strains, ensuring the tissues are capable of withstanding operational demands. Phase 2. Advanced scaffold engineering and integration. 1. Advanced scaffold engineering. Nanocomposite materials develop scaffolds from advanced nanocomposite materials that incorporate nanoscale bioceramics and conductive polymers, improving mechanical strength and electrical conductivity, which are essential for muscle and neural tissues. Smart scaffolds incorporate stimuli-responsive materials that can change properties in response to external stimuli such as temperature, pH, or mechanical stress, closely mimicking the dynamic nature of living tissues. Hybrid scaffolds utilize a combination of natural and synthetic polymers to create hybrid scaffolds that offer both biocompatibility and enhanced structural properties, tailored to specific tissue needs. 2. Customization with high-resolution 3D bioprinting. Multi-material printing. Employ multi-nozzle 3D printers capable of handling several materials simultaneously, allowing for the creation of complex tissue constructs with gradients of stiffness, permeability, and biochemical composition. Precision cell placement. Utilize advanced bioprinting techniques that allow for precise cell placement within scaffolds, ensuring optimal cellular interactions and tissue development. Techniques such as acoustic or electrodynamic printing will enable high-resolution cell deposition. AI-optimized designs. Implement AI algorithms to design scaffolds that optimize nutrient diffusion, mechanical properties, and cellular alignment based on computational modeling of tissue growth and function. 3. Integration of bioactive molecules. Encapsulation techniques. Develop micro and nano encapsulation techniques to control the release profiles of growth factors and cytokines, providing sustained release that mimics the natural healing processes and enhances tissue maturation and integration. Site-specific functionalization. Functionalize scaffold materials at the molecular level to create specific binding sites for growth factors in cells. This approach ensures localized bioactivity where it is most needed, enhancing tissue-specific functions. Vascularization and innervation strategies integrate vascular and neural network templates within scaffolds using bioprinted channels or embedded microfluidic networks. These will be seeded with endothelial cells and neural progenitors, respectively, to promote rapid inosculation with host tissues. 4. Biohybrid interfaces. Electromechanical integration. Develop interfaces that can integrate electronic and photonic elements within biological tissues to monitor and stimulate tissue function in real time, crucial for engineered neural and muscular tissues. Biomimetic surface topography. Engineer the surface of scaffolds to mimic the natural topography of cellular environments, using nanolithography to enhance cell adhesion, orientation, and growth. 5. Testing and evaluation. In vitro tissue maturation. Develop bioreactor systems that provide dynamic mechanical stimulation and perfusion, simulating physiological conditions to mature tissues before implantation. Integration and functionality tests. Conduct comprehensive in vitro and in vivo studies to evaluate the integration of scaffolds with host tissues, assessing the mechanical integrity, functionality, and long-term stability of the engineered tissues. Phase 3. Advanced vascularization and neural integration techniques. 1. Advanced prevascularization of tissues. Microfluidic bioreactors. Develop and utilize state-of-the-art microfluidic bioreactors that precisely control the flow of nutrients and growth factors, mimicking blood flow dynamics. This will facilitate the formation of robust and functional vascular structures within the scaffolds. Organ-on-a-chip technologies. Implement organ-on-a-chip platforms to simulate the microenvironment of vascularized tissues, allowing for the optimization of endothelial cell distribution and function before scaling up for larger tissues. Angiogenic optimization. Use a cocktail of pro-angiogenic factors such as VEGF, BFGF, and PDGF, combined with mechanical stimuli within bioreactors. 2. Promote the rapid formation of capillary networks that are mature and perfusible. 2. Enhanced host integration, endothelial mesenchymal transition, NT promotion, facilitate NDMT through localized delivery of transforming growth factor beta, TGF-beta, to enhance the stability of newly formed vessels and their integration with the host's vascular system. Anastomosis techniques. Develop microsurgical and bioadhesive techniques to connect the preformed vascular networks within the scaffold to the host's circulatory system, ensuring immediate perfusion and functionality upon implantation. Immunomodulatory strategies. Incorporate immunomodulatory agents that reduce inflammation and promote acceptance of the vascular grafts, preventing thrombosis and fibrosis, which can compromise graft function. 3. Comprehensive neural integration. Neurotrophic factor gradients. Fabricate scaffolds with embedded gradients of neurotrophic factors like NGF and BDNF to guide the growth of nerve fibers into and throughout the bioengineered tissues, ensuring proper sensory and motor functionality. Electrical stimulation. Utilize electrical stimulation devices within the bioreactor. Culture systems to enhance the maturation and functionality of neural networks within the engineered tissues, speeding up the integration process post-implantation. Neural interface devices. Develop and integrate microscale neural interface. Devices that can be embedded within the tissue constructs to monitor and stimulate neural activity, ensuring the functionality of the nervous system within the engineered tissues. 4. Testing and validation. Perfusion and functionality testing. Employ advanced imaging techniques such as Doppler ultrasound and MRI to validate the functionality of vascular networks, assessing flow dynamics and integration with the host circulatory system. Neurophysiological assessment. Conduct electrophysiological studies on the regenerated tissues to assess the functionality of neural integration, measuring response times, signal propagation, and connectivity to host neural circuits. 5. Regulatory and ethical compliance. Ethical considerations. Engage with bioethical committees to ensure that all experimental procedures align with the highest ethical standards, especially given the complex nature of neural and vascular integration in sentient beings. Regulatory approvals. Work closely with regulatory bodies to ensure compliance with all relevant guidelines and regulations for the implantation of vascularized and innervated tissues, preparing for potential clinical trials and eventual deployment. Phase 4. Advanced immune modulation strategies. 1. Advanced immunocloaking techniques. Biomimetic hydrogels. Develop next-generation hydrogels that not only encapsulate cells but also mimic the biochemical and physical properties of native tissues, including displaying peptides and glycoproteins that are recognized as self by the host immune system. Surface modification of implants. Implement cutting-edge surface chemistry to modify the outer layers of implants or scaffolds with immunomodulatory molecules. These modifications can include the tethering of checkpoint inhibitors or decoy receptors that disrupt co-stimulatory signals necessary for T-cell activation. Nanotechnology-based cloaking. Utilize nanoparticles to deliver immunosuppressive agents directly to the site of transplantation or to coat cells and tissues, effectively camouflaging them from immune surveillance cells such as natural killer cells and macrophages. 2. Promotion of tolerogenic environment. Regulatory T-cell, TREG induction. Employ strategies to expand and recruit regulatory T-cells locally at the site of implantation. Use cytokines like IL-10 and TGF-beta, which are known to facilitate TREG activities, enhancing their ability to suppress inflammatory responses. Local delivery systems. Develop localized controlled release systems for anti-inflammatory agents and immunoregulatory cytokines that create a microenvironment conducive to graft acceptance. These systems can be integrated into the scaffold or delivered via microencapsulation techniques. Chimeric antigen receptor, CAR-TREGs. Engineer CAR-TREGs to recognize specific antigens present on the bioengineered tissues, providing targeted immunosuppression without broadly affecting the host's immune competence. 3. Innovative immunomodulatory biomaterials. Immunomodulatory scaffolds Design scaffolds that release agents which skew macrophage populations towards M2 phenotypes, known for their role in tissue repair and regeneration, way, thus suppressing the M1 phenotype associated with inflammation. Smart, responsive materials create smart biomaterials that can sense inflammatory signals and respond by releasing immunosuppressive agents or cytokines, actively controlling the immune response in real time. 4. Biohybrid immune devices. Implantable immune modulation devices develop implantable devices that can continuously monitor the immune response and deliver immunomodulatory therapies as needed. These devices could use biosensors to detect biomarkers of rejection and automatically adjust the release of drugs to prevent it. Integration with electronic health monitoring systems. Connect these devices to external monitoring systems that allow for real-time tracking of immune responses, ENA. Bling adjustments in treatment protocols to optimize outcomes. Phase 6. Advanced deployment strategies. 1. Mass production. Modular biomanufacturing facilities. Develop specialized biomanufacturing facilities that operate in a modular, scalable fashion. These facilities will use standardized bioreactor designs and automated cell culture systems to ensure consistent production of bioengineered tissues and organs. Automation and robotics. Implement advanced automation and robotics to handle the delicate processes of tissue engineering, from decellularization and recellularization to scaffold fabrication and assembly of tissue constructs. This automation will increase throughput and reduce human error. Quality control systems integrate real-time monitoring and quality control. Systems using AI and machine learning to constantly assess the viability and functionality of produced tissues, ensuring they meet stringent specifications before deployment. 2. Storage and preservation. Cryopreservation units. Design and utilize state-of-the-art cryopreservation units that can store bioengineered soldiers at optimal temperatures to maintain cellular viability and function until deployment. Rapid deployment systems develop systems that allow for rapid thawing and activation of cryopreserved soldiers, ensuring they can be brought to operational readiness with minimal lead time. Long-term viability monitoring. Implement continuous monitoring technologies that assess the long-term viability and readiness of stored tissues, providing alerts if degradation occurs or if reconditioning is required. 3. Deployment strategy. Strategic integration. Collaborate with military strategists to integrate bioengineered soldiers into existing and future battle formations. These soldiers will be deployed in scenarios where their unique capabilities can provide significant tactical advantages, such as in hostile environments where traditional human troops would face substantial risks. Adaptive combat roles. Design adaptive combat roles for bioengineered soldiers, enabling them to perform multiple functions on the battlefield, from frontline combat to reconnaissance and support roles. Real-time tactical command. Develop linked communication systems that allow bioengineered soldiers to receive real-time commands and adapt to changing battlefield conditions instantly. 4. Logistics and support. Mobile deployment platforms. Utilize advanced mobile platforms that can transport and deploy bioengineered soldiers directly to strategic locations. These platforms will be equipped with life support systems and rapid deployment equipment. Field maintenance units. Establish mobile field maintenance units capable of performing on-site repairs and medical interventions to maintain the operational efficacy of bioengineered soldiers under combat conditions. Training programs. Create specialized training programs for commanders and operators to effectively utilize and maintain bioengineered soldiers, ensuring that human and bioengineered units can operate seamlessly together. 5. After-action review and feedback loops. Performance analysis. After each deployment, conduct detailed performance analyses to gather data on the effectiveness, durability, and tactical value of bioengineered soldiers. Feedback integration. Use feedback from these analyses to refine and improve the production and deployment processes, enhancing the capabilities and reliability of bioengineered soldiers in future operations.